Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and we are here tonight for a classic hot seat episode of the Pub Trivia Experience. And if you don't know what that means, 45 minutes, a nonstop barrage of trivia questions and answers, one panelist, and there is no winning or losing. The only goal here is to see how your mind feels after 45 minutes of grilling. And not the fun kind of grilling. We're not putting steaks, burgers, or dogs on the grill. Instead, we brought over Brittany. Brittany, how are you doing? What are you drinking?
Hey, Chris. I'm doing great. I do have to say, I don't think anyone should put their dogs on the grill. Use brats, or whatever your proclivity is. I am. I couldn't think of the word choice, so I said proclivity.
So you know it's a smart person.
Or just someone who can't think of words. I don't know. Don't know what you call that. I'm hoping I think of words later, because otherwise this is going to be 45 minutes of, I should know this. Or 45 minutes of synonyms, which I almost said cinnamon, different thing. But speaking of cinnamon, what I am drinking tonight is a beer from a local brewery, Imperial Oak, in Brookfield, Illinois, which is where I usually play live games through Liquid Courage. And I am drinking one of their barrel-aged, I think it's a porter, but it's called Wee Willie's Heavy. And it's a barrel-aged either porter or... it's a strong Scotch ale. That's what it is.
Ooh.
Wee Willie's Heavy Strong Scotch Ale, which is a vanilla, cinnamon, and orange flavor. And it's a 10.5% ABV. So we're going to see how well this hot seat goes after a while. But see if I can get a good pop on it.
There we go. It's a good pop. That's a little can pop right there.
But yeah, it's love the staff there, and I love playing trivia there every week. So
that sounds like fun. I am well known for saying I love bourbon and I love beer, but I don't like bourbon stouts or whiskey stouts or anything like that. What I absolutely love are whiskey ales. I've had a few of them and they are delightful because they're not as heavy. They're lighter, they're crisper, which I love. It's a good mixture of the two.
Yeah, I'm weird. I didn't think I liked beer ever, and then I got introduced to craft beer and things like stouts and sours, and those are my go-tos now. Which maybe they're the trendy things to do, but you got to start somewhere.
Oh, Brittany, I'm going to join you on the beer train tonight. If I can get the can open. Maybe not. I might not be able to do this. I might have to just drink water.
Oh, I hear you can puncture the side and just shotgun it that way.
I don't want to shotgun this beer.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh. I'm having performance anxiety on my own podcast. I can't get it up. I can't get the tab up.
Well, I was going to say they make pills for that, but there you go.
That was a really moist pop. There we go. Okay.
Really moist pop might be the name of this episode, so.
I mean, that's how you know it's been a good night. There's a really moist pop at the end. Hey-o. All right, so I got myself a beer. This is from Crooked Thumb Brewery right here in Safety Harbor, Florida. It's one of the two breweries they have. And Crooked Thumb every year, I love them for this. And it's a little overhyped. Like there were tons of people there when we went. But they do a Girl Scout cookie beer release every year.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So...
And I grabbed the best of their Girl Scout cookie beers. And I'm not a fan of these cookies, but this in beer form is amazing. This is their thin mint beer.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It is a milk stout with peppermint on the nose and in the actual taste. It's really freaking amazing.
That sounds awesome. So I like Thin Mints frozen. I'm not like one of those people that can sit there and eat the whole sleeve in a sitting. I can eat like a few, but that sounds awesome.
I could drink a whole sleeve of these. I'm not going to lie.
I wouldn't recommend it. Livers have limits, I think.
They do. They do. I test them more sometimes than others, but they do. Yeah.
Hey, if you write it down, it's science. So, and you're recording this, so technically this is all science.
And copyrighted. Don't steal my stuff. Hey-o. Okay. All right. Brittany, before we actually get into the hot seat, you got something fun coming up. So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So,
If
I
you're
can't
allowed
say
to.
too much about it. But if you are, fans of shows that happen on TV that involve asking questions, keep an eye on your televisions towards the end of March 2023 when we're recording this.
Definitely.
um, I will share more details when I'm able, so a little bit of a teaser. You might see me on screen, not that you would know what I look like because you can't see me now. Um, for our listeners. But if you have listeners who are local to the Chicago area, also keep an eye out because starting in April, it's looking I'm going to have a bit of a live show going on in the Chicagoland area at a favorite haunt of mine known as the Critical Grind. I know this is featuring a beer right now, but they're a board game cafe that has a little coffee shop in it, and they're one of the most loudly inclusive spaces I've ever been to in my life. And looking like we're going to have a bit of a trivia night going on there on the weekly. So a little bit of a teaser, and I will announce more details when I have them. So
That is awesome. My little brother and his boyfriend actually, and he's been on the show before, but they are actually up in Chicago. They live about a mile north of Wrigley.
oh,
So
perfect.
we are up in Wrigley, up in that area, probably every year or so. We love it. So
Hmm.
next time we're there, we're grabbing some beer. We're gonna probably
Yeah,
play some trivia and do some board games.
yeah, me and Jay from Liquid Courage, we are big fans of that place. And so she's going to be doing some events there that, depending on when this airs, may have already happened. But she's starting a monthly nerdy trivia night there on the weekends.
Awesome.
And, we're both just of the mind, let's do what we can to keep places like this alive because there's not enough of them in the world. So,
There are not, but when you say this, like we just had Jay on
mhm,
a couple weeks back. By the time this episode airs, maybe a month and a half back. But
mhm.
what I find amazing is that somehow she still has time to do more trivia.
I am amazed by that, but I think, as she would tell you, ADD hyperfocus is a hell of a drug. So, if you can harness your ADHD, you can run a trivia empire. I don't know how it works. I'm still working on harnessing the ADD. So,
I can't. If it makes you feel any better. So, all right, Brittany, we're going to get into your hot seat episode.
sounds good.
45 minutes. You get one timeout, a nonstop barrage of trivia questions and answers. Are you ready?
I do have one more thing I want to say before I say I'm ready to go.
Yes.
It has been discussed on this podcast by Tim that I am Tim's trivia nemesis and he is my trivia Timesis. So my goal for tonight is to beat his record. So we'll see how that goes.
Do you
I
want
don't
to
know
put the
what his
record out
record
now, or do
is.
you want to wait till the end of the episode?
Let's keep it dramatic and wait till the end of the episode. So, but that is my goal tonight.
This
So
is
Tim, if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, it's on, and enjoy your record while it lasts.
this is going to be fun. Brittany, your time will begin after I read your first question. Here we go. Other than Europe, on which continent is a capital city with the most French-speaking people?
Africa.
Africa is a correct answer. Question number 2. Which of these state capitals is closest to the Mexican border? Austin, Santa Fe, or Phoenix?
I was hoping you were going to pick one that was way out there. I'll say uh, Santa Fe.
Unfortunately, not. Phoenix is what we're looking for. The German term Unterseeboot refers to what?
Um,
And I can spell that if you like.
is it a submarine? U-boat?
Submarine is
Yeah.
correct. Moving right along. For half a century, Mr. Softy trucks have driven America's streets playing music and peddling what?
Ice cream.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for correct answers. Nicely done. Which state boasts the Hermitage, home of Andrew Jackson, the first U.S. president not from Virginia or Massachusetts?
That would be Tennessee.
Tennessee is a correct answer. Ulysses S. Grant appears on the front of which denomination of U.S. currency?
Is he on the 50? 50.
50 is correct. All right, moving right along. What loincloth-wearing activist was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times but never won?
Oh, Gandhi.
Gandhi is correct. Moving right along. What city's subway system is referred to by the locals as the Tube?
London.
London's a correct
Been
answer.
on the Tube.
There is a hilarious George Carlin skit where he talks about the tubes. We're going to move on, though. On average, what European country has the tallest people in the world?
Something Scandinavian, so I'm going to say Sweden.
Close, the Netherlands. The Netherlands is what we're looking for. Paul Giamatti stars as what underground graphic novelist in the movie American Splendor?
Stanley.
Unfortunately, Harvey Pekar is what we're looking for. The Lido deck on a cruise ship takes its name from a historic seaside resort area in what city?
France?
No, Venice, Italy. Venice, Italy is
Yeah,
what we're looking for.
city, so France is definitely wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't close.
No.
Actually, it was a lot closer than I would have gotten, but hey, we're going to move right along. Because it lacks a developed sense of smell, the great horned owl is one of the largest or biggest predators of what animal?
Can you repeat that?
Because it lacks a developed sense of smell, the great horned owl is one of the biggest predators of what animal?
Skunks.
Skunk is a correct answer. Way to pick up on the clue.
Yeah.
A collection of Sanskrit hymns and verses known as the Vedas, Vedas, are sacred texts in what religion?
Hinduism.
Hinduism is a correct answer. Moving right along. Which upscale shoe designer is known for his signature red lacquered soles?
Christian Louboutin.
Louboutin is correct. This question hurts just reading it. The third largest city in Saskatchewan, Canada, is named for Queen Victoria's husband. It also has a less appealing name for many men. What city is this?
Less appealing name? Well, her husband's name was Albert. So I'm going to say Albert.
The name of the city is a Prince Albert. That's also the name of a piercing for male genitalia.
I didn't realize they named the city Prince Albert. I was going to say that, but I didn't think it was that. So,
moving right along, you have about 40 minutes remaining. The landmark known as La Pouce, Pouce, in Paris is a 40-foot high bronze sculpture of what body part? Le Pouce, sorry, L-E.
Le Pouce,
L-A.
Pouce. A foot.
It's actually a thumb. It is a thumb we're looking for. In the name of the famous 1980s British band, what word follows the term psychedelic?
Funk.
Unfortunately, it's the psychedelic furs. The psychedelic furs. One radioactive bite, 8 legs in 183 previews was the title of a 2011 review of what Broadway musical?
Spider-Man Into the Dark. Yes. Dark.
I'm giving you credit. It's Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
Oh, okay.
But I'm giving you the points. Or the singular point.
Sure.
What grueling obstacle course competition is based on the Japanese TV series Sansuke?
American Ninja Warrior?
American Ninja Warrior is correct. And it's Sasuke, not Sansuke. I added an N there. I apologize. Moving right along. What was the first name of the man who created Webster's Dictionary?
Nathaniel.
Oh, you had half of it there. Noah is what we're looking for.
Noah, okay.
All right. Which of these actresses is the author of the 2010 self-help book aptly titled Getting the Pretty Back? Jennifer Grey, Molly Ringwald, or Ali Sheedy?
Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald is a correct answer. In which play did Larry David make his Broadway debut as both an actor and a playwright?
Uh, Tick Tick Boom.
Unfortunately, not. It's a play called Fish in the Dark.
Oh.
That's a tough one. That's going to be
Yeah.
the toughest one I think you'll have all night. What canine breed is not only the state dog of Pennsylvania, but was also used by nobility in the 16th century to hunt boar?
Greyhounds?
No, it's actually a Great Dane. A Great
Okay.
Dane is what we're looking for. Caused by repeatedly looking down, a recent phenomenon of pronounced neck creases has been named after what now seldomly seen cell phone?
Blackberry.
BlackBerry is a correct answer. Nicely done. The BlackBerry neck's what we're looking for. All right.
Inspiring me to fix my posture.
Yeah, no, I'm actually sitting up more straight now.
Mm-hmm.
In the Matrix series, the character Neo was born with what first name?
Anderson.
Oh, that's his last name. His name is
Yeah.
Thomas Anderson.
Oh, okay.
Good pull on the Anderson piece, though. On which continent is Punta Arenas, the southernmost city in the world?
South America?
It is in South America. That is correct. Moving right along. The .tv internet address, often used for television-related websites, belongs to what country?
Tuvalu.
Tuvalu is correct. Which of these three cities has the most tattoo shops according to Inked magazine? Las Vegas, San Diego, or New York?
I'm going to say Las Vegas.
Unfortunately, not. That's a little bit of a red herring. It's New York, actually.
Okay.
All right. Which sport, and I'm using that in quotation marks, includes trolling, jigging, and chumming?
Is that fishing?
It is fishing. Nicely done. Anything I can do with a beer in my hand, don't know I consider it a sport. In ancient Chinese mythology, what fruit was believed to represent longevity and immortality?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I might have an idea. Cherries.
Not a bad guess. I think Mario eats these regularly. That would be a peach.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was a dirty joke. I didn't intend it to be. All right, we're moving right along. In real estate lingo, buying a house with the intention of quickly reselling it for a profit is referred to as what?
Flipping.
Flipping is correct. On TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, all 19 children in the Duggar family have first names that begin with what letter?
A.
Unfortunately, it's J.
Oh,
J
okay.
is in Juliet. Name one of the two commercial airlines that operated the Concorde, the first supersonic airliner to shuttle passengers around the world.
British Airways?
British Airways is a correct answer. The other one is Air France.
Cool.
All right. An old saying similar to buyer beware warns against purchasing what animal in a poke?
Pig.
Pig in a poke is a correct answer. All right. Which of these adjectives is not included in the lyrics of the 1958 novelty song Purple People Eater? One-horned, six-legged, or one-eyed?
Six-legged.
Six-legged is correct.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
A bushel is a standard unit originally used to measure the weight of what?
Wheat.
Wheat or grain is correct. On which Mediterranean island was Napoleon Bonaparte born?
Corsica.
Corsica is correct. Surfer dude feuds with teacher while teenage girl loses her innocence summarizes the plot of what movie?
Teenage girl loses her innocence. Breakfast Club?
Unfortunately not. Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh.
Which of these categories is the most popular on Pinterest? Home decor, food, or weddings?
Weddings.
No, it's actually food. Food's what we're looking for there. People on Pinterest get me, and I like that. All right. Name 6 of the 8 Ivy League universities.
Yale, Cornell, Harvard, Dartmouth. Columbia, Brown.
That is 6. The 2 that you're missing are
Princeton
and UPenn.
Okay.
You left out my brother's alma mater.
I'm so sorry to your brother, who I've never talked to, but I'm sorry.
It's all right. Which of these trees is not an evergreen? Holly, juniper, spruce, or willow?
Willow.
Willow is correct. About 33 minutes remaining. With variants played across the Middle East and Europe, which ancient board game uses both dice and checkers?
Backgammon?
Backgammon is correct. A fashion accessory known as the closer tote was popularized by a TV character played by which actress?
Can you spell closer tote?
Closer is Colser.
Okay.
Like a baseball closer.
Okay. I have no idea. Mary Tyler Moore.
Unfortunately not. The TV show was actually called The Closer, played by Keira Sedgwick.
Oh, okay. I've seen The Closer. Didn't think of her carrying a tote.
It's all right. We're going to get you back in the win column here. In a nod to the bird depicted on its face, the dollar coin of Canada is affectionately known as what?
Loony.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little right. We're moving on. What object replaced the pyramid in the USDA's national guidelines in 2011?
A plate.
A plate is correct. Which frat pack comedian was Conan O'Brien's first and last guest on his short-lived stint as the Tonight Show host?
I don't even know what a frat pack is. I'm going to say Andy Richter.
Unfortunately not. Will Ferrell. Frat pack was a group of the actor, like the Anchormans and the Wedding Crashers, all them. All right, we're moving right along. An old saying claims that if what will not come to Muhammad, Muhammad will go to it.
Mountain.
Mountain is correct. Boasting a ham of a mascot, what rhyming supermarket chain first introduced America to self-service groceries?
Going down to the Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly is correct. And if I ever find one of those, I am walking in and getting a bag.
They have them in Tennessee. In Nashville, in fact. So
there we go. I'm getting myself a Piggly Wiggly bag. What did a Washington, D.C. lawyer quickly scrawl on the back of a letter the morning after the battle in Baltimore Harbor in 1814? Do you want me to repeat that?
Yeah, please.
What did a Washington, D.C. lawyer quickly scrawl on the back of a letter the morning after a battle in Baltimore Harbor in 1814?
The White House is on fire. Maybe we should leave?
No. The Star-Spangled Banner is what we're looking for.
Oh, okay. Something more profound.
Really, he just drew a picture of a dick. That's all it was.
I mean, yeah.
We're moving right along. In which city has Christ the Redeemer, the statue, been hit by lightning several times?
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro is correct. In 2008, who became the first rock musician ever to be awarded a Pulitzer Prize?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan is correct. Moving right along. Pam Postema, Postema, became the first woman to assume what role in Major League Baseball?
Umpire.
Umpire is correct. How the hell did you pull that?
It was not going to be a player, so.
That's true. That's true. What Appalachian mountain state was the first Confederate state to be readmitted to the Union after the Civil War in 1866?
Tennessee.
Tennessee is correct. In 2010, President Obama and a former NBA player played a fitting version of the game horse. But what did they spell out instead of horse?
Obama?
That's actually a good guess. No, it's POTUS.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It does. 28 minutes remaining. Appearing in over 2,600 periodicals around the globe, what is the world's most widely syndicated comic strip?
Garfield.
I hate lasagna Garfield, but Garfield is correct. He can have all my lasagna, by the way. Not a huge fan of it. In 1971, Bangladesh achieved its independence from what country? I wonder if you played Learned League today.
Pakistan.
Pakistan is correct. What was the name of the little boy who surprisingly liked Life cereal in a classic commercial?
He had a name? Lil Davy.
No, it's Mikey. He liked it.
Oh.
Mikey is what we're looking for.
Oh.
In 1974, Rolling Stones magazine, back that up. In 1970, my God. Okay, I'm giving you a question at the end because I can't talk. In a 1974 Rolling Stones song, Mick Jagger says, "I know it's only blank, but I like it."
I know it's only Saturday.
I don't think he really cared for Saturday or Sunday. He seemed to kind of have a good time every time. It's a rock and roll. Rock and roll is what we're looking for. What American author and poet penned the defiant line, "But still like dust, I'll rise"?
Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou is correct. What wrist-launched flying cameras generated lots of buzz at the 2014 CES Electronics Show?
Wrist launch flying cameras. GoPro?
No, drones. They're called selfie drones back then, but drones
Okay.
with little cameras on them is what we're looking for.
Gotcha.
In what Major League Baseball stadium does the American League team, the Tampa Bay Rays, play their home games?
Oh, what is it? Tropicana Field?
Tropicana Field's a correct answer. Meaning one who has gone before, the Japanese word sensei is often used to mean what?
Teacher?
Teacher is correct. Popularly known as SMU, Southern Methodist University is located in what state?
Texas.
Texas is correct. Name the popular carnival game in which you hit a mechanical otter on the head with a mallet.
Whack-a-mole?
Whack-a-mole is correct. Nicely done. Also called a serial comma, the optional comma placed before the
Oxford comma.
Oxford comma is correct. Don't even need me to finish the question. Frank Lloyd Wright designed which curvy Manhattan museum that opened 6 months after his death?
The Guggenheim?
The Guggenheim is correct. The sinking of the Lusitania ocean liner hastened the U.S.'s entry into what war?
World War I.
World War I is correct. According to Greek myth, King Midas had the power to turn everything he touched into what?
Gold.
Gold is correct. Tippling, Tippling, is an old-fashioned term for what unsavory behavior?
Drinking alcohol.
Drinking alcohol is a correct answer.
We're tippling now.
I often am. Which billionaire donated $1 billion to the United Nations in 1997?
I will say Bill Gates.
Unfortunately, not Ted Turner, actually. Ted Turner is what we're looking for. The only known monotremes in the animal kingdom are the echidna and what other
Platypus.
Creature? The platypus is correct. Nicely done. Within 5 years, either way, what is the average life expectancy of a toucan?
23 years.
That's within 5. 20 years is what we're looking for. In which century did the Gutenberg press introduce movable type, which made mass communication possible?
Oh, geez. That was, what, 1605?
So which century?
Oh, with the century, is it the 17th century?
Unfortunately not. It's the 15th century.
Oh, no.
Not too far off there.
Yeah.
Rock star David Bowie played a stranded alien, Thomas Jerome Newton, in which 1976 sci-fi film?
Ooh, Alien.
No.
I know. I haven't seen it.
It's one of my favorite movies. I know. It's called The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Oh.
I want to make clear, Alien is one of my favorite movies, not that
okay.
movie I've never seen. We are moving right along. 23 minutes remaining. On TV's The Muppet Show, which Muppet is often seen chained to a drum set?
Animal.
Animal is correct. What baseball legend shares his name with a golden-voiced homeless man who shot to national fame in 2011?
Philip Phillips.
Unfortunately, not. Ted Williams, actually, is what we're looking for.
Oh.
On air from 2009 to 2016, what hit Fox TV show's title is a synonym for happiness? Though given the circumstances around many of its stars, it does not summarize the experience working on the show.
Felicity.
No, unfortunately, Glee is what we're looking for. Glee.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, it does not.
No. The wiffle ball, created in 1953, was designed to do what specifically?
Not hurt children when they hit each other with it?
No, it's got the little air holes on one side.
Yeah.
It's designed to make a curveball easier. Designed to curve.
Oh, I had no idea. They still hurt.
They do. It's not cush ball.
Yeah.
Which long, three-sided nut comes from an Amazonian fruit tree pollinated by only one species of bee? Not sure you could call it a nut.
Long triangular nut. Is that a Brazil nut?
It is a Brazil nut. Nicely done.
They're delicious.
Because of how they are paid, what Hollywood professionals are known as 10%ers?
PAs?
No, talent agents, actually, because they get roughly 10% of whatever their clients bring in, and I'm in the wrong line of work.
Yeah, me too.
How are Robert Louis Stevenson's characters Henry and Edward better known?
Robert Louis Stevens' characters Henry and Edward. Oh, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde is a correct answer. And we are moving right along. Which former NFL football player is nicknamed Beast Mode and famously dislikes talking to the media?
Richard Sherman.
Not a bad guess. You got the right team. It's Marshawn Lynch.
All
right. I fear all we have done is to awaken a sleeping giant was allegedly said after a famous attack during what war?
If
you need me to repeat that, I will.
No, I don't need you to repeat it. I just don't know what it is. So I'm going to say the Vietnam War.
Unfortunately not. I believe that's often attributed to Adolf Hitler after the bombing at Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
All right, moving right along. What was the name of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt's cure for the U.S. economy after the Great Depression?
New Deal.
The New Deal is correct. What is the less fierce-sounding name given to pro golfer Tiger Woods? What's his real first name?
Chris?
Unfortunately not. Eldrick. Eldrick is what we're looking for. You got about 20 minutes remaining and you still have your timeout.
Okay.
Which of these was the title of the film released in 2004 as a sequel to Dirty Dancing? Was it Havana Nights, Cuban
Havana
Fury?
Nights.
Havana Nights is correct. You didn't even let me get to my funny one.
I'm so sorry.
But Trinidad Tango.
Ooh, like it.
What former U.S. president's first and middle initials are U and S?
Grant.
Ulysses S. Grant is correct. Nearly how many billion years ago did the universe expand, according to the theme song to TV's Big Bang Theory?
14.
14 is correct, and you just sang that song in your head really quickly. I guarantee it.
I did.
The Obama administration often pointed out that Warren Buffett pays a lower tax rate than Debbie Bosniak. What job did Debbie hold for Warren?
His secretary?
That was his secretary. That is correct. What culinary device uses a method known as bain-marie or water bath to provide heat?
Sous vide.
Is that the same as a double boiler?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So
I've got
double boiler makes sense.
All right. What character becomes Brienne Squire in season 4 of Game of Thrones?
Oh, Podrick.
Podrick. I love Podrick. The brand 7 for All Mankind is best known for its high-end brand of what? Sorry. The brand 7 for All Mankind. Yeah, I said that right. Sorry.
Yeah. Shaving razors.
Unfortunately not. Jeans is what we're looking for. Jeans. The character Moose appears in what series of dance movies? An American Tail, Step Up, or The Get Down?
Step Up.
Step Up is correct. Winnie the Pooh was named after a bear owned by a World War I soldier and was from what capital city of Manitoba?
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg is correct. Which of these slang terms is defined out west as an urban Easterner who vacations on a ranch? A bro, a dude, or a man?
Dude.
Dude is correct.
Guess that's where Dude Ranch comes from.
I believe that is correct. That, or they really like Blink-182. In what sport can you hear the terms Yorker, leg break, and sticky wicket?
Cricket.
Cricket is correct. George Washington was first inaugurated as president of the United States in what city?
New York City.
It's up to you, New York. That's correct. An iconic road sign located just south of the Las Vegas Strip welcomes visitors to what exactly?
Beautiful Las Vegas.
Unfortunately, not fabulous Las Vegas.
Fabulous, that's the word.
All right. Design guru Jonathan Ive is responsible for the look of which fashion product? No, what iconic tech product? I apologize.
Iconic tech product? The iPhone.
Close, the iPod, actually. The
Okay.
iPod.
They're sort of similarly shaped, but...
They are. All right. Which Disney princess was not born with, but rather married into her royal title?
That's several of them. I guess it's Belle from Beauty and the Beast, or Tiana from Princess and the Frog.
I'm giving you credit for it because I have Cinderella, but I think you're 100% right. Sorry, with all these questions, it's sometimes hard to make sure every single thing is where it needs
Tiana to be. Definitely got married. Belle did not. Or she did too. Yeah, they all got married.
Yep, they did.
Sorry.
All right. Which small city in Tennessee is home to a 700-acre farm that plays host to the arts and music festival Bonnaroo every June?
McMinnville.
I've got Manchester.
It is Manchester. That's near McMinnville, but it's not McMinnville. So.
All right.
Oops.
What's the modern name for the eternity bracelet? A thin, symmetrical string of diamonds.
Tennis bracelet?
Tennis bracelet is correct. My wife never buys me tennis bracelets. We're moving right along. In comedy, an event where the guest of honor is subjected to humorous criticisms is called a what?
Roast.
Roast is correct. In addition to English, which is the other official language of Canada?
French.
French is correct. What billionaire tech mogul owns 98% of Hawaii's smallest accessible island?
I don't know. Sounds like a Richard Branson thing.
Unfortunately not. It's Larry Ellison.
Oh, okay.
All right. What previously long dormant volcano in Washington State erupted in 1980?
Mount St. Helens.
Mount St. Helens is correct. For many years, which TV journalist was suspected of being the Watergate informant known as Deep Throat?
Bob Woodward.
No, Diane Sawyer, actually.
Interesting.
Moving right along, what Russian-born American writer, philosopher, and author of The Fountainhead said...
Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand is correct. Don't even need the quote. What U.S. First Lady graced the $1 silver certificate in 1886?
Martha Washington?
Martha Washington is correct. Who is the only cast member in The Lord of the Rings to have actually met J.R.R. Tolkien?
Sir Christopher Lee.
I bet they were going for a walk. That is correct. In Belgium, which crispy snack, a national favorite, is sold at the Fritkoff stall?
In Belgium, which crispy snack? Brussels sprouts.
Unfortunately not. It's either fries or frites is what we're looking for.
Oh, okay.
The expression top brass originally referred to the decorative gold braids worn by who? Or whom?
Military officers?
Military officers is correct.
All right. Can we take a brief timeout?
We can. You got 13 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. All right, Brittany, 13 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. Your time will begin after I read your question. You ready to get going?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. What make and model of souped-up sports cars does Chef Guy Fieri drive as the host of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives?
Is it a Camaro?
It's a Chevy Camaro. Nicely
Okay.
done. The timeout worked well for you.
Yeah. I
In
do love Guy Fieri.
2010, a U.S. assemblyman advocated a bill to allow Spanish pronunciation of what state's name?
Montaña?
Not a bad guess. Nevada.
Oh,
Nevada is
okay.
what we're looking for. All right. A bit of folk wisdom warns that when you point a finger at someone, how many fingers are pointing back at you?
3.
And you just pointed at me, didn't you?
Well, I pointed at a cup, so
3 is the correct answer. Which Sanskrit word means a yoga pose or posture?
asana.
Asana is correct. Not just a program management piece of software. In Apocalypse Now, Robert Duvall's character makes what declaration about the Viet Cong enemies?
Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. I don't know.
Unfortunately not. The quote that he has is, "Charlie, don't surf."
That was never gonna enter my brain.
As the crow flies to the nearest 1,000, what is the distance from Clearwater, Florida to Boston, Massachusetts?
To the nearest 1,000, I will say 2,000.
Unfortunately, not 1,000 is what we're looking for. It's 1,194 miles.
Okay.
Moving right along. Inspiring a 2010 film, the 2005 economics bestseller by Stephen Levitt and Stephen Dubner has what unusual title?
Can you repeat the first part?
Inspiring a 2010 film, the 2005 economics bestseller by Stephen Levitt and Stephen Dubner has what unusual title?
The Social Network.
Unfortunately not. That'd be Freakonomics.
Oh, those guys. Yeah.
Taking advantage of Rocco Disperito's skill set, a 2011 Bravo reality show is aptly titled Rocco's what?
Modern Life.
Bravo for that answer, but unfortunately not. It's a Rocco's Dinner Party.
Oh, okay.
What brand of beer is often advertised blank Australian for beer?
Foster's.
Foster's is a correct answer, and it's actually Australian for piss. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
By definition, a taxiway is a paved strip used by what type of vehicle?
Airplanes.
Airplanes is correct. What drive-in restaurant began as a barbecue joint in San Bernardino, California in 1945, where the beef, ham, and pork with fries cost 35 cents?
In-N-Out?
No, good guess. Actually, it's a McDonald's.
Oh, interesting.
Did not know that. Based on France's 24 Hours of Le Mans, America's 24 Hour of Le Mans is a race involving what?
What like type of racing vehicle? Cars.
Cars is correct.
Yeah.
All right, we are moving right along here. In farm lingo, the eggs laid by one hen during a single nesting period are known as what?
A clutch.
A clutch is correct. What global celebration takes place each year on April 22nd?
Earth Day.
Earth Day is correct. In 1974, which U.S. president attempted to, quote-unquote...
Nixon.
No, Gerald Ford.
I shouldn't have interrupted. Sorry.
Whip inflation now was the quote.
I still would have said Nixon. So.
All right. In which Canadian province did the dish poutine originate?
Ontario?
No, Quebec.
Okay.
Reiki, R-E-I-K-I, is a type of what?
It's like spiritual healing.
Spiritual or energy healing is what we're looking for. That is correct. In the human body, the pericardium is a membrane that surrounds what organ?
Pericardium. The heart.
Pericardium,
yeah.
Pericardium is what we're looking for. Heart is correct. When stating a woman's measurements, as in 36, 24, 36, the numbers correspond to what exactly?
I believe that is bust, waist, and hips.
That is correct.
And I love the Sir Mix-a-Lot reference there.
I
Only
got you.
she's 5'3".
I think 5'2", 5'1" would be okay. We're gonna move right along. What part of the world is home to the only country whose name begins with the letter Q?
Canada, North America, Western Hemisphere. I don't know what you want.
No, the only country whose
Oh,
name begins
right,
with
the
Q.
country.
Canada's a C.
Yeah,
It'd be Qatar or Qatar in the Middle
that's
East.
the Middle East. I was thinking of Quebec.
It's all right.
I
We're gonna
promise
move
I
right
know the
along.
letter C.
A jump shot is a move in billiards. True or false?
False.
Correct. It's actually illegal for that in billiards. The first U.S. presidential election in which Barack Obama was eligible to vote in was won by whom?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so he was born in like 59, so plus 18. 1977. So Jimmy Carter?
No, Ronald Reagan.
Oh, okay.
Feline tapeworms can spread to humans. True or false?
True.
True is correct. Don't want to know how you knew that answer so fast. We are
They
moving.
can, yeah, it's mammals.
Due to its venomous bite, this African reptile is widely considered to be the world's deadliest snake. Coincidentally, it shares its name with a type of Cuban dance.
Mamba.
Mamba is correct. In the email and memo abbreviation BCC, what does the B stand for?
Blind.
Blind is correct, like baseball umpires. Which 1984 paranormal comedy was rebooted in 2016 with 4 women in the leading roles?
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
And hashtag not my Ghostbusters, not because they're women, because the movie was terrible.
I haven't seen either movie, so.
Yeah, we're not talking anymore. This is going to be the longest last 6 minutes of a hot seat ever. The enemy of Snidely Whiplash and played by Brendan
Dudley
Fraser.
Do-Right.
Oh my gosh, Dudley Do-Right is correct. Located in Chiba Prefecture, Narita International Airport is the main airport serving what world capital?
Tokyo.
Tokyo is correct. I'm glad you got there. What Nickelodeon adventurer grew quickly from 7 to 10 years old and then moved to the city in a spin-off in 2014?
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer is correct. Linen fabric is made from the fibers of what plant?
Flax.
Flax is correct. What country's cuisine would most likely be served at a taqueria?
Mexico.
Mexico is correct.
I want to go to a taqueria now.
I do too. Unhappy with the 2010 Nobel Prize Award, what country launched its own Confucius Peace Prize?
China?
China is correct. That's a China thing to do. Appearing at the end of many country names, the suffix "stan" originates from what language?
Russian?
No, Persian, actually.
Okay.
About 5 minutes remaining. A person who gets upset over something that's not really so shocking is often said to be clutching their what?
Pearls.
And then we'll clutch our swine later. Pearls is correct. What 9-letter, one-syllable word describes a horse listed as an entry in a race but ultimately removed?
9-letter, one-syllable word.
9-letter, one syllable. A horse that was entered into a race but then ultimately removed.
Scratch.
Say that one more time.
Scratch?
Oh, you're missing.
Well, I said scratch.
You're missing the last. Scratch is it's scratched. ED.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well, Rowan, please don't kill me.
Can't give you that one.
That's fair. You said 9 letters. I should have figured that out.
What is the name of the greedy corporation featured predominantly in the animated film WALL-E?
B&L.
B&L,
by and large.
By and large is correct. We're moving right along here to a very odd question, but how many people does it take to drive an autonomous vehicle?
0.
0 is correct. What 2009 hit song heavily samples a 1985 song by the band Dead or Alive?
What was the year of the song that's sampling?
The 2009 was the hit song. The year of the Dead or Alive song was 1985.
Blurred lines.
Unfortunately not. We're looking for right round.
Oh, okay.
Which of these women has actually been married to Tom Cruise? Patricia Arquette, Julianne Moore, or Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman is correct. What activity brought late night host James Corden a great deal of attention as he carpooled with a host of celebrities?
Karaoke.
Karaoke is correct. In what country would you find the monuments The Big Fiddle, the world's largest axe, and the world's largest lobster?
The USA?
No, it's America's hat. That's up in Canada.
Canada. Okay.
All right.
Starts with the C, you know.
It does. It does. Not the random silent Q.
Yeah.
All right. We are down here. You got a little less than 3 minutes remaining. The triangular orange logo of an Elmer's glue label on the Elmer's glue labels features the head of Elmer, who is a kind of spokes animal. What type of animal is Elmer?
A cow.
A cow or a bull? I will give that to you.
It's fair.
From 1950 to 1953, the U.S. was engaged in what war?
The Korean War.
The Korean War is correct. In which Arab capital is Ferrari World, an Italian race car theme park with rides that emulate the thrill of driving in a Formula One race? So we're looking at what Arab capital is that?
Sure. Rabat?
Unfortunately not. Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
Which mixed surface bike race forces riders to carry their bikes and run over barriers?
A really cruel one, but I'll say the Tour de France.
Unfortunately, it's called the cyclocross. The cyclocross is what we're looking for there. What vitamin does the sun's ultraviolet? Yep, there we go. Okay, I don't even need to pronounce the word correctly. All right. What is the name of the feminist punk movement that emerged in the 1990s in the Pacific Northwest?
Third wave feminism?
No, I've got it as riot girl feminism.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay.
We are moving right along. Displayed in all their farming equipment, what are the two trademark colors of John Deere?
Green and yellow.
Green and yellow, green and yellow. That is correct. In England, I'm going to give you one at the end because I messed that question up. I'm just going to skip it. The writers of Frasier managed to keep Daphne and Niles apart thanks to Niles being married. What was the name of Niles' first wife?
Roz?
No, Roz is Frasier's programmer.
Okay.
Maris. Maris is what we're looking for. Oh, God, here's a callback. The 1979 movie Alien features what frightening tagline based very much on the astronomical reality?
In space, no one can hear you scream.
That is correct. Because I'm giving you an extra question at the end, I will tell you the tagline for the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space is, in space, no one can eat ice cream. That is actually true. That's a great movie. We are moving right along. Which drink, popular in Polynesian culture, numbs the mouth and is said to have soothing qualities?
Aloe?
No, the drink is called kava.
Okay.
Kava. Which NBA player appeared in the playoffs in each of his 19 years in the league?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No, unfortunately. Tim Duncan's what we're looking for. Greater New York City is often called the tri-state area, a term that refers to New York, New Jersey, and what third state?
Pennsylvania?
No, Connecticut.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
And because of my questions, my random ass questions, I'm going to give you two last ones that I promised. Here we go. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders landed their own reality show on what cable network?
Bravo?
No, unfortunately, that would actually make sense. This actually makes sense too, except they're not music. Country Music Television, or CMT.
That makes sense.
Citizen Cake, a popular bakery in San Francisco, derives its name from a classic film directed by who?
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles is correct. Ending on a nice one. Nicely done, Brittany.
You know, I was about to say Stanley Kubrick, and then I actually remembered the answer. But I was going to say Kubrick just because it's you. I don't even fully get that joke. I just know I'm supposed to say it.
I'm finishing my beer now in spite of you.
I made you kill a bottle on boozy bracketology, and now I'm making you finish a beer out of spite. I'm not good for your liver.
No, but it also means that you've really become part of the family, because you're not part of the family until you piss me off. I'm Italian after all. It goes with the territory.
That's fair.
All right, Brittany, I've got a rough tally. We're going to trust Tim will give us a true tally at the end of this. But according to my chicken scratch here, I have you with 103 correct answers and 63 incorrect answers.
Oh, okay.
What I think is safe to say the highest amount of questions we've ever gone through on a PTE hot seat episode. Nicely done.
Hey, well, you know what? I will take that record and that's not a great hit ratio, but I'll take it. So
given the questions, listen, what I tell everybody is this: it's that they don't stop, and you put yourself in so much pressure. I think like this always started off as more of an experiment than did an actual trivia show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a different type of mentality, and I love it. I genuinely
it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's definitely challenging because it's 45 minutes of brain battering, but at least we ended on a cake, so we got to do something with the batter. So
I'll take that. I will take that. Oh, Brittany, you survived the hot seat. You finished your beer, right?
Not yet. I've still got a little bit left, but do I need to kill the beer? Because I can kill the beer.
Well, you don't need to. You know, we want to be cognizant of your liver, but if you'd like to, you're welcome to.
Well, you know what? We're family now, so.
Chug, 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 chug.
I might regret that later, but it's done.
Oh, but it's all gone now. There's no takesy backsies here.
No, not really. Liquor is one of the few things you cannot takesy backsy.
No, it was beer. It wasn't liquor. It was beer.
Oh, true. Liquor before beer. You're in the clear. Beer before liquor. Don't drink that. Okay.
If you want liquor, though, so we got that right there.
Mm-hmm.
I got that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I got one more. And then that right there, because I have recorded. This is like my 5th night in a row of recording. So.
Oh, that's fair. I was actually just discussing earlier today where we were talking about staying hydrated, and if you don't like water, how you can stay hydrated. And I was talking about those Hydration Plus packets.
Yep.
That you can add to water bottles. And I was like, and if you get the strawberry flavor, you can add a bit of banana Bacardi and make a strawberry smoothie tasting water. Not sure how well that does for hydration, but it tastes good.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the Pub Trivia Experience, we hope you enjoyed the show. If you do enjoy the show and you want to support us, a couple things you can do. If you have the financial means to do so and you like the content we bring, head on over to patreon.com/PTEBB. That's your home for all of our bonus content. It drops throughout the month, but it's also a great way to kind of give back to us. The money that we get goes right back into the show. And we're talking about using some of that money here in the near future for not-for-profit causes in the area, both in the Tampa Bay area and around the U.S. So we'll be looking forward to that as well. If you want to join us to just talk some crap and have a good time, The Lounge, Fans of Pub Trivia Experience and Boozy Bracketology on Facebook, or ptebb.com/Discord is your best way to do that. Don't forget, 5-star rating, write us a review. But that's it for us tonight, y'all. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
I've been Brittany, and support your local trivia.
Support your local trivia, support your local breweries, and specifically, usually you can get both those and knock them out one shot. Have a good one, everybody.
See ya.
All right, Brittany, we're back from the timeout. How you feeling so far?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling well lubricated, if that's the term we're using for slightly tipsy.
Look, I hear that as I'm not going back to work tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm like halfway through this beer, and it's going great. Yeah, I have this theory that I play trivia better drunk, so we're testing it.
I have had that theory for a long time, and it's never right.
Sorry, I shouldn't say drunk. I should say not as sober as I should be.
Or as you want to be.
It depends on how well I'm doing, to be honest.
True. That's very true. I'm never doing well, so I know where my lane is.
Yeah, no, literally the last World Trivia Federation quizzes I've done,
Mm-hmm.
the last 4, I've gone 8 correct when I took it when I was buzzed, 3 when I was sober, 7 when I was buzzed, and then I think 3 again when I was sober. So
That's just bad luck, though.
it could be. I think maybe I should start tracking this.
And I'm just curious how many of those were written by Jay when she was sober and Jay when she was drunk.
Oh, I'm sure that they were all written at the same level of sobriety.
So not sober? Sober?
I'm not going to speak to it. I just think they were all written at this. I mean, her name is Liquid Courage, so
I just
um,
watched her chug a bottle of rum for a good 30 seconds on a boozy recording.
Siesta Key or Captain
Well, it's
Morgan.
Siesta Key.
Oh yeah, Siesta Key is the good stuff.
Yeah, next time I come up there, I'm bringing her a bottle of it or a
You
case
will
of it.
be her favorite person.
I'm already her favorite person. She loves
That's
me, and it's
fair.
awesome.
She acknowledges we're friends sometimes, and I'll take it. I do put her through a lot of torture at the live games, though. Like my team name this past week was Pandora's not much of a haberdasher, but you should see her pillbox. Because my normal team name is some variant on Pandora's not much of a wrestler, but you should see her box.
Oh my god.
So I occasionally try to switch it up with something.
I love that, but I'm the guy at Trivia that goes, can we just come up with like a 1 or 2 word name? I don't want to write 37 things down.
Well, so we use the TrivNow app, so I only have to type it in once.
Very smart, very smart.
Yeah. So I did it one time at a game where I had to write it down every single time, and I was like, you know what? Never again.
Yeah, we're just team number
Keeping
1,
it
guys.
short and sweet for the live games.
I'm not even putting the numbers on. We're just team 1.
Mm-hmm.